And this is how we get down. What is up, everybody? Welcome into DTL Prime Time Live as we count down to Sunday Night Football tonight. It's a really good one. It's the Green Bay Packers. It is the Seattle Seahawks, two teams that are very much in position to make a playoff run. Now, before I bring in the best crew in the business, we do have 5 games in progress right now. Let's update those quickly. Denver just scored again, 24-13. Buffalo just kicked a field goal, 17. They're up early fourth. Philadelphia's up 14 over Pittsburgh. Arizona's up 20 over the Patriots. And how about Tampa Bay? They just scored again. They're up 20 on the road. They've scored 37 against the 8-5 Chargers, about 50 miles from where I'm sitting right now. The Chargers don't look good today at all. We'll continue to update those games, and we'll look at the games that happened this afternoon and look forward to Sunday Night Football. But I got to bring in the brains of the operation, and it damn sure isn't me. On your way in, hit that like button very much. You're already commenting on the hat. I just grabbed one. How about them Cowboys? It's time for the picks. Now, I got to start with my man from South Florida because there's only one man on the show tonight that was live at Army and Navy this weekend. My man Z. What's good, big boy? How are you? How was the visit?
I got to tell you, that is some atmosphere. I have never been to Army Navy. I guess I know it's a big deal, but I don't think you really know it's a big deal unless you've actually been there. And by circumstance, my partner Amber Wilson and I, we were in the Army tunnel when Army was waiting to then make their way onto the field. And I'm not even going to tell you that it was awesome because obviously it was. It was frightening, all right? It was scary. That's how intense it was in those moments leading up to them charging out on the field. And there's just a different kind of energy in that building, which, by the way, Coach, that building, Northwest Stadium where the Commanders play, I don't know if either of you guys have been there.
I have.
What a dump. But that atmosphere, though, incredible. We had an amazing time.
That's amazing. Their basketball gym sucks too. It is a Naval Academy for but their jets are very, very good. All right. I'm so glad you're back. I'm so glad you're on the show tonight, Z. Now, this man, his team sucks, and he was getting 17 points today and still couldn't cover. Big Tommy C, the Giants lose by 21 at home. What are we doing?
Well, it's just a joke, and another plane flew over today, and we're going to keep having planes every week until you fix this mess. And by the way, guys, they haven't won one home game.
Oh, God.
All year.
Oh, man. Now, finally, he is my partner, and he said all week and this morning, he said, guys, I don't know what anybody's talking about. The Eagles will dominate the Steelers today. And guess what's going down, AB? The Steelers are dominating with the ball. Eagles, 27-13. They just got the ball back. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Coach, boys, crew. Yeah, man. The weird thing is, Philly hasn't even played that great. This could be way worse than what it is. And the weird thing is, how about you see what the Ravens did? You see what the Eagles are doing? Neither Derrick Henry nor Saquon has a touchdown today. Lamar Jackson threw 5 touchdowns. He had more touchdown passes than incomplete passes today.
It is so incredible. By the way, you said on the morning show, maybe Josh Allen, maybe 1 touchdown, maybe sprinkle on 2. Yeah, he scored the first 2 for the Bills just like that.
He won the MVP today, I'm pretty sure.
I agree. I mean, right now they're up 17, and you look at his stats real quick. He is 20 of 30, 328, a tutty, and he has 40 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. So, yeah, I think he did all right. Beyond the Script podcast, he's starting to be one of our leaders out there with the super stickers. I mean, that's exactly what we need right there, heading right towards our production bill. The Commanders, they screwed my teaser today. They lose by 1, giving 1.5 in the teaser. What are we doing, Commanders? What are we doing? What's that? We're about 30K feet.
Wow.
Watching from a plane. That's dedication to the product. All right, guys, we can talk about all the early games tomorrow. We got to get into it because we got a really good Sunday Night Football game tonight. And AB, we're talking about the Packers on the road at the Seahawks. This number has been changing throughout the day. This is the current number at DraftKings. Packers a road favorite. The Seahawks are a first-place team. Packers are hoping that the Lions continue to lose. The total at 47.5. AB, your take.
This game is all about balance, okay? You look at the Packers team, they are an unbelievably balanced team. Good passing offense, good rushing offense, can play defense. This is about, all right, no Kenneth Walker running the ball for the Seahawks. Can the Packers get a lead and force Geno to throw it 70 times tonight and say, we're taking the run away, and now you're going to have to throw it on us, and I don't think you could do that either. That's what this game is about. Basics for Green Bay. If they could do that, they can hammer down on Seattle. If they don't, Seattle is dangerous enough to take you out of your game. So this game, balance, man. That's what it's about.
The Seahawks, Z, have won 4 in a row. They're first place in the NFC West. Right now, they need to win to keep that lead over the Rams, and they're always winning in different ways, but yet everybody sleeps on them because they're from Seattle. Your take on the Seahawks being a dog tonight?
Yeah, I don't trust this Seahawks team, so I understand them being a dog here. Yes, they have won 4 in a row, but they were 4-5 at one point. I don't think this is a very good team. They're playing in a division where any given week between the Rams, 49ers, and Cardinals, all 4 of these teams can lose to anybody. They can beat anybody. And love Geno Smith. He's been a great story in the NFL. They wrote me off. I didn't write back. He's really easy to root for, Geno Smith. But overall, I don't trust the Seahawks in this spot. Clearly, Vegas doesn't trust the Seahawks in this spot. But conversely, I think Jordan Love, this is a big moment for him. They're not going to play a home playoff game, the Packers. Matter of fact, they're likely going to finish 3rd in their division and still make the playoffs. But they're not going to have a single playoff game at home. And I think you really need a big-time performance here from Jordan Love tonight. I actually think you're going to get it.
It's a little bit unfortunate that they play in the same division as the Vikings, and the Lions are having great years. But, Tommy, when you look at it and you look at how the standings are looking at right now, Green Bay is the number 2 playoff team. They need to win tonight to keep that number 2 spot because the Commanders, who barely beat the Saints today, are at 9-5. What's your early take today on tonight's game, Tommy?
I think this game is going to be a shootout between these two teams, because you know what the weird fact is? I looked it up. The Seahawks are second in the NFL in passing, and I looked up the defense of the Green Bay Packers, and they're like 20th, and that's a surprise to me because Xavier McKinney's got like 7 interceptions, more than the whole Giants secondary. So it's really surprising. I think Geno Smith's definitely going to be throwing the ball tonight. It's going to be a shootout between these two teams. And we all know Jordan can throw it up with the best with Christian Watson there.
I'm so glad you said that, Tommy, because that segues very nicely into our picks for the night. And I'll be happy to go first because, gentlemen, I am on the over tonight. It's gone up a point since earlier today at 47.5. I have it locked in at -110. As Tommy said, I think tonight you're going to see a lot of energy. We're starting to see that a lot in these primetime games as of late. You're seeing a lot of energy, a lot of scoring, a lot of aggressiveness, and both teams need to understand tonight that they have to win this football game. How do you do it? You give it to your 2 quarterbacks who both head coaches absolutely trust. I'll take the over 47.5. AB, coming over to you.
Coach, let's stick right here. All right. First off, Packers Seahawks over 3.5 field goals at +110. All right. Yes, we've got 2 great offenses, but we also have 2 teams who really need to win this game. And it is going to be a game to where every single point matters, especially in the first half where you could find drives get stalled. We could see some punts, but I think we see some field goals. I'll take over 3.5 for both teams at plus money. Next, we'll put a little same game parlay together here. All right, we're going to go Josh Jacobs, Packers running back, anytime touchdown, and Packers team total over 20.5, -110. Absolutely in on this one. Love Jacobs to get a TD. I think they'll be very conservative in the red zone, run the football, and just protect themselves. And if they don't get in, we'll take a field goal too, Coach. And then the Packers team total, yeah, all over it. Over 20.5, I'm in.
Love both of those plays. Quick update, breaking news coming from Detroit. The Lions, after the Bills kicked their field goal, they scored in about 2 seconds. So it's going to be 38-28. They're kicking the extra point right now. So 12 minutes to go in the game. This one's not over, guys. It's a 10-point game. Buffalo about to get the ball back. Cardinals now, their lead is cut to 13. Broncos just got the ball back up 11, and the Eagles have the ball up 14. And the Bucs just got the ball back late in the fourth quarter as well. All right, Big Z, coming over to you. I love this SGP. Talk to me.
Yeah, so I already told you guys I like the Packers tonight. We're going to go Packers money line. All right. Now, one of the things that I like to do, and I'm using DraftKings for this, you see there, I'm playing the over at 40. You know the over, though, is more than that, but you can manipulate the line on certain apps. All right. So, for instance, I use DraftKings. You're going to get different odds. You can make alternate lines on the game or the total, whatever you please. So, you know what? We're going to bring the total down to 40. So I got the Packers money line parlayed with over 40, and I'm getting plus 120 there. I feel good about it.
I know you feel good about it. Do you know who doesn't feel good about it? I'm coming down to that bottom box. And Big Tommy, I want you to look Z-Man right in the eye. And I want you to tell him why he is absolutely wrong. You're up, Tommy.
I love the Seahawks plus 2.5 minus 110. The Seahawks in their last 4 games have covered the spread. And, oh, by the way, they got the 12th man. Nobody has it like them. There's going to be a play where Jordan Love's not going to hear it. Interception, touchdown, Seahawks. I love me my Seahawks plus 2.5 tonight.
I mean, hey, listen, Coach, let's also make sure we point out Tommy and I can both be winners in that spot. Come on.
No doubt.
Packers win by 1. Seahawks cover. Tommy and I are happy.
Commanders did it today. 100%. Let's middle that thing. That's a classic Raphael middle, by the way, isn't it? Isn't it? He's like, we can middle that thing. It's 2 points. That's okay. He lives in that middle world. But Z, you're absolutely right. All right. Beyond the script, hey, just want to thank you for the love on Twitter. You're very welcome. If all it takes is to get, a compliment, I'd do that every single day. Z, go.
This Dan Campbell is something else. So like you said, the Lions, they cut it to a 10-point game, 38-28. Guys, there's 12 minutes left in the game. They went for an onside kick.
What are
the
they
Lions
doing?
went for an onside kick, and of course, it's not a surprise because you have to announce onside kicks, They went for an onside kick. Mac Hollins, former Dolphins special team and wide receiver, recovers, brings it down to the 5-yard line. This game's over.
That was one of the dumbest. I don't care. People need to stop defending Dan Campbell. Thank you, Z, for that update. Not only was it was a pretty good onside kick, but went way up in the air. He tipped it to himself, and nobody hit him. And then he ran it back 40. Dan Campbell is the worst in-game manager in football. This is why they may not ever win a Super. Dan Campbell.
He's going to be hurt when he loses those OCs and DC.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
that was so stupid. Tommy, you have something?
Zaz, you said 12 minutes left in the game and the onside?
Yeah, onside. Touchdown on the first play. So now they're going to go back up by 17 in 9 seconds. They just scored in 9 seconds because of Dan Campbell not kicking it deep. Oh my God, Dan, you got to stop with this.
You got to come down to earth, dude.
Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable.
Let's see here. Like, I'm looking at Buffalo's possessions today. Touchdown, missed field goal, touchdown, punt, touchdown, field goal, touchdown. So only one possession have they not scored other than missing a field goal on one of the series. So he just figures his defense can't stop him.
I guess so. They didn't punt all last week either. At one point, Nance says it's been 10 straight possessions without a punt. 10? That's a lot. That is a lot. All right, 45-28. Anybody thought that 55 over was a little bit high? Every time they scored a touchdown in the first half, the books kept adding it to, and I was like, when is it going to stop? They had it into the 70s. It's going to be in the 70s. It's already in the 70s. It's 73 right now. Yeah. We could have cashed the over like 8 times. I should have just kept hitting the over every time they scored. We'd cash all of them. All right, now you guys know tonight we have a really good quarterback matchup. I mean, really good. Jordan Love, who's becoming a budding star in the NFL. Then you got Geno Smith. No love for him. He has found a home in Seattle. They're a first-place team. But do we think maybe we can cash tonight? But where do we cash? There is only one. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the no-fly zone.
Go to the no-fly zone indeed. All right, let's whiteboard this thing first and just get an idea of the teams that we are dealing with. The Packers, the Seahawks. All right, look at points per game. Packers, 7th best in the NFL, 26.8. Seahawks, not bad. All right, middle of the road there, but 23, not bad at all. Points per game allowed. I told you the Packers are a balanced football team. 9th in the NFL, 21. Look at the Seahawks right there. Okay, time of possession. Not great for either. But then you get down here. Pass offenses, 10th in the NFL, 3rd in the NFL. Pass defense, 22nd, 10th for the Seahawks. Not bad, but then it gets a little worse. 5th rushing offense for the Packers, 27th for the Seahawks. 9th rushing defense, 21st. So now we know these teams. Let's take a look at the quarterbacks here. Let's start with Jordan Love. This is last week against Detroit. Remember, they lost by 3 points. Both teams put up, 30-plus points here, right? And you see it. It didn't really need them all that much. And that's how the Packers get down. They don't want to depend on Jordan Love throwing it all over the yard. It's very similar to Detroit, right? With Jared Goff. Their best games are when he has 18 to 20 completions or 8 attempts, right? Like that's how they want to get down. It is a passing offense. It is 10 yards and in, using the left side of the field, the right side of the field, not too much across the middle. You see the Seahawks secondary rankings, pretty darn good here, okay? Let's take a look at where Jordan Love could get into trouble. Deep middle, deep right, intermediate middle. Those are big-time trouble areas because what the Seahawks are going to do is flood up the front seven because they know that Green Bay is going to want to run the football all night long. So, while you're trying to stop the run, you might as well get after the quarterback too on those play actions, and they will come after him. Jordan Love, when he throws deep across the middle or intermediate, he gets into trouble because he throws off his back foot. But look at the short left. I'm calling it right now. There will be an interception right there near the line of scrimmage on the short left side of the field because Seattle secondary are hawks, literally and figuratively right there. And when Jordan Love starts throwing across his body, he gets into serious trouble. Going to go ahead and share it right there. All right, next, let's jump into the game script. Feed the run game all night long. If Josh Jacobs is going, you're going to get 38 carries of Josh Jacobs. They'll just keep running it down your throat because Jordan Love has thrown picks this season. However, he's gone 3 games without throwing one, and they want to continue to do that. And if they don't turn the ball over, they are almost impossible to beat. You're going to see passes, short swings, throw to the running backs, throw 5 to 10 yards using the body and the sideline to where either you catch it or no one catches it. Jordan Love can throw that over-the-shoulder pass as good as anybody. Now, the problem, offensive holding for the Packers. And this is going to be the biggest key tonight for both teams. Watch the holding calls. Green Bay has to stop with this, man. And it happens when you throw deep. That's why I think you're going to see a lot of short passes because your offensive line, they don't have to pass protect all that long. Field goals matter tonight. Matt LaFleur, take the points. Let me say it again. Matt LaFleur, take the damn points. 3 points matter. And punts, field position, they're wins. Okay? Use it. Play old school football. 3 out of 5 stars for Jordan Love to throw a pick. Now, looking at Geno Smith. He's going to throw it 1 billion times tonight. Let me just go ahead and tell you that. I don't know if they're going to be able to run the football because Green Bay is going to say, you got to throw on us. Now, great passing secondary defense for Green Bay, but the numbers don't look great. Take a look at Geno here. This is last week against the Cardinals. Very similar to Green Bay in terms of 10 yards and in offense, but he floods the middle of the field. So what are you going to see? A lot of motion at the line of scrimmage, using a wide receiver, tight ends, running backs, bring them in motion because then you can see and find not only the rush, which the Packers really don't do it all that much, but number 2, the Packers are the best in the NFL at disguising and blending man coverage and zone coverage. So when they bring a wide receiver in motion before the snap, if a safety follows their man coverage, if the safety doesn't follow and the corner on the other side picks it up, that's zone coverage, and they have plays ready for that. Now, where he going to get into trouble? Geno is going to get into serious trouble tonight because he's throwing, again, 1 billion times. Deep middle, intermediate middle, just go ahead and chalk it up. But short left, short right, there's a chance Green Bay's defense takes one to the house tonight. I'm just going to let you know right now, they are going to try to jump routes all night long. So watch passes near the line of scrimmage and watch Green Bay's corners. They're going to be unbelievably aggressive tonight. All right, game scripts here for the Seahawks. All right, can Zach Charbonnet, running back, carry the load? No Kenneth Walker. Can he force Green Bay's defense not to play just all out ready to pick you off. If they can't run the football, it's trouble. Now, hard counts, you're going to see it from Seattle because Green Bay, their defense will jump off sides a lot, a whole lot. Watch for hard counts and trying to get Green Bay to jump. Holding is a serious problem for the Seahawks as well offensively, and false starts. Watch out for those. And as we talked about balance, don't fall back in the game on the scoreboard and lose balance, because if you have to throw it all night long, you will lose this game badly. 4 stars for Gino to throw a pick.
Let it wash all over you, ladies and gentlemen. There are new people. I see them in the chat. I'll explain in a minute. So there's a lot of you that may not have experienced that yet. So you can all do it with me. I have one simple, solitary question for all of you. Do you want to do the work? I didn't think so. And you know how you can tell you have somebody new, checking out the show? When they write this, it's a good plan for them to lean on the run. I agree with this guy. So you're this guy, AB. You are this guy.
You know what? I've been called way worse than that, baby. I'll take that all day long. Let's go.
Michael H., welcome to the show. He was probably there getting first downs. The real question is DK versus Jair. That's what we're talking about, Michael. Just chat away. Everybody takes care of each other, and we love to chat, and everybody loves to show up live. So thank you, Michael. Welcome to the brand. All right, let's compare these 2 quarterbacks, and let's look at their numbers. Z, I'm going to start with you according to DraftKings, because right now, with 4 stars, I'm playing Gino to throw an interception, and I have a feeling AB might too. But that's just me. I'm not allowed to play interceptions. That's AB's world. What do you see, though, when you look at – let's start with Jordan Love on his side of things. What do you see? Anything that jumps out to you?
Yeah, I'm not as high as most of you guys on how much scoring there's going to be in the game tonight. I look at the running game for both these teams. I think Josh Jacobs is going to do his thing, and I think Zach Charbonnet is going to do his thing. And if both of them are running the football, it eats up a lot of clock there. We're not stopping the clock throughout the game. So I look at Jordan Love, and, his numbers have not been fantastic this year. That's why, as we're looking at it right now, the numbers are not very high. So I'm tempted to go under on a lot of these. I'll go under the 235.5 passing yards. I'll also go under on longest pass, 37.5. If you want to look at Geno Smith interceptions, I could play that as well, even if I don't want to. Coach, you want to slide me something under the table? I'll put something in for you. It can be our secret. We don't have to tell anybody, all right? I'm good for it. So I like some of these unders here with Jordan Love for sure.
Hey, that's very, very fair. Big Tommy, let me come over to you. What are you seeing that's popping off?
Man, the Jordan Love 31.5 attempts. For me, I think they're going to run the ball big time tonight to keep the ball away from Seattle, because I know Geno Smith's going to be like a rifle tonight. He's going to be shooting every time. When I see your third in the offense and your pass defense is 22nd, Geno's looking at lighting that scoreboard tonight. And that's why I look at the attempts on Jordan Love, 31. That's a bit much for me.
Very interesting. It feels like you and Z are going against your boy since I'm on the over. That's okay. I've got broad shoulders. By the way, Michael says, hey, I'm really, really glad I found the stream. Tell all your friends. We have a lot of fun. We're here every single day, unlike a lot of brands. By the way, a couple updates, guys. The Broncos have scored again. Tommy, you have been Survivor. You're still alive in your Survivor. They're up 18. I think you're safe. Nice. The Bucks have outscored the Chargers 27-0 in the second half. They've scored 40 today. Baker Mayfield, welcome to being a star. And the Eagles are still at 14. They're going to cover against the Steelers as well. Oh, and Z, do we have an update in Detroit?
What I do want to mention here is it's now a 10-point game again. Is Dan Campbell, 3 minutes later, is he going to attempt another onside kick? You have to figure, if he did it 3 minutes ago with 11-plus minutes left, what's the point of doing it then if you're not going to do it again right now? So this is going to be really interesting what he decides.
All right, we've got 45-35, right? Is that the score?
45-35, yes.
All right,
yes.
So that's, check my math, 80 points. Can we get 3 touchdowns in 8 minutes and get over 100? Can
they do another onside kick? Yeah.
Yeah, the way they're going, we can. Jared Goff has 424 yards passing. Josh Allen over 330. This has been everything we thought it would be and then some. It's been absolutely amazing. Now, there are a lot of props out there that you guys are looking at. I think, AB, you had 5 interception props from the morning show. I think you hit 4 of them, didn't you?
Yeah,
4
everybody but Mahomes. Yeah, and shout out to the Chiefs Well done on that. Yep. We should
Getting it done, 21-7. He did hurt his ankle. I don't think he's going to be that serious. I texted with my source in Kansas City.
They're kicking it away here, Coach.
What's that? Yeah, he kicked it. Oh, my God. What are we doing, Dan Campbell? He kicked it out of the end zone.
He must have all his timeouts, right? He must have all those timeouts.
He has 3 timeouts. 3
Yeah,
timeouts,
so-
8 minutes to go in the game. Z, keep me honest on that game if you would, please, sir. All right. Now, you may not like straight plays. You may not like a teaser in the same game, but you also might like some props. It's time to prop it up. Wait to see what AB's got tonight. Big 2, start us off.
Coach, we are keeping it simple tonight, all right? Geno Smith, throwing a pick. All right, you're going to throw touchdowns and interceptions tonight. And we're also going to take Jordan Love over 2.5 rush attempts at -110. Their plan isn't going to be they want to run him all that much, if at all. Now, we all know kneel downs into the first half, into the game, those count as rush attempts. But I do think that we see a couple from Jordan Love tonight because that's the ultimate break down your defense. When you think you've got all 11 guys in the right spot, quarterback takes off, and it just burns you, man. So we're going to play Geno a pick, Jordan Love 3 or more rushing attempts.
I think you're going to have that by halftime. I don't think you're going to have to worry about the end of the game. I really, really don't. All right, Big Tommy, you got one on either side of the fence. Talk to me.
I love DK Metcalf, 70-plus receiving yards at +125. In the last 4 games against NFC opponents, Geno Smith has thrown for over 254 yards. And guess who one of his guys are going to be? DK Metcalf. That's a great bet for me tonight. And Christian Watson, when Jordan Love does throw the ball, he's throwing to Christian Watson over 3.5 receptions at +140. I love those 2 tonight.
And all I know, Tommy, is that for Christian Watson, if he gets to 4, I need him to average about 12 yards a catch. Then I cashed mine at over 45.5 for Christian Watson, who last week went north of 100. Then the star in Seattle is no longer DK Metcalf. He can have a big game, but it's this guy, Jackson Smith Enigma, over 5.5 catches. He's been the go-to guy for Geno Smith the last few weeks and pretty much this entire season. Over 5.5 catches, a little juicy, but sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze. Z-Man, SGP, talk to me.
Yeah, I'll tell you, by the way, the Bills are about to put this game away. They've just picked up consecutive first downs. Josh Allen picking up 20-something on the ground. So they're almost in the red zone. I think Josh Allen won the MVP tonight. I really do. Because the numbers are obviously enormous all season long. Tonight, he's got 361 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. He's got 62 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns there as well. You remember last week, of course, in a loss, he had 6 total touchdowns, and everyone's going to take note of beating a Detroit Lion team by double figures in their building, who had only lost 1 up until this game. I feel like Josh Allen just won MVP. It's very reminiscent, by the way, of you can't stop him, 45 points. It feels like that old Jim Kelly offense, Marv Levy back in the early 90s, where but you also have a quarterback who could run the football. Anyway, I got a Sunday Night Football same game parlay. All right, I like looking for the parlays. I want to get the plus money. And of course, I commit. If you look at these numbers here, like Zaslow, where'd you get that? Well, I was using DraftKings, and you could obviously use alternate lines. You can manipulate them a little bit. All right, I'm a big manipulator. So Jackson Smith and Jigba, 60-plus receiving yards. And then we're going to look at the running backs who both, I think, are going to have nice nights. Josh Jacobs, 50-plus rushing yards. Zach Charbonnet, 50-plus rushing yards. You put all 3 of those together, and we got a same-game parlay for Sunday Night Football worth +200.
And for those of you who are new, when you got 2 national sportscasters on the same show, that's how good it is. You get an update, full update from Z, then come right back to me. We all take care of each other. Boom. That's what it's all about. And Josh Allen just got another first down, so this game is OVER. We need to compare, though, tonight. How about some running backs? Because, AB, I'm going to start with you. Josh Jacobs it's been a rebirth for him since coming over from the Raiders. His number is 79.5, attempts 18.5. You've been really good the last few primetime shows at targeting the longest rush. When you look at these 2, either one of them, you like that?
I was going to go right there to the longest rush. I like it, 15.5 for Jacobs. I don't hate it for Charbonnet either, right? Because when you have, and let me say this for both teams, they have holding penalty issues. What that does, okay, when you get it on second or third down and you've got a third and 14, 19, whatever it is, you're always going to go to a draw. You know what I mean? You're going to run a draw, and the defense is like, I'll give you 16 yards when it's 3rd and 24. You can have 16. They'll play back at the line to gain. You could steal longest rushes on both sides. I also like Josh Jacobs for 2 touchdowns tonight. I think that they'll be smart and conservative in the red zone and just not try to do anything crazy. Just don't beat yourself.
Just sprinkle a little bit, baby. Just sprinkle a little bit. Big Tommy, let me come over to you because these are 2 guys that when they get going, they're going to have a big game. Charbonnet over 100 last week, but obviously they're going to need him more without Kenneth Walker there. Anything jump off to you?
I'm going back to Josh Jacobs here. I love the 79.5 rushing yards. I think they're going to give him the ball a lot tonight. He runs really hard. And the other thing I like about him is anytime touchdown with Josh Jacobs there. I really like that a lot. And Charbonnet, I don't know much about him, but I would think maybe he might hit the 15.5 attempts there.
I hate to interrupt you, Big Tommy. We've got guests on the show right now. Who do we got here, AB?
All right, we got little Air Force Mims right here. Mims Force One. Hey, happy birthday, bro. And
happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
He got him a balloon bigger than him. I love it.
I love the brim.
Hey.
Happy birthday to little Mims. I love it.
Happy birthday. I love the hat.
He's an official mascot of DTL. He really is.
He'll be in Major League Baseball here in about, 10 years? Yeah, there you go.
I like it, man. I like it. All right, Z, let me come back over to you, big boy, because tonight, if you like the under, then you've got to like something with these 2, yes?
Yeah, I like the overs with these guys. I'll go over rushing yards on both of them. In my same game parlay, I did over 60 and over 50. That's because I don't want to be a greedy pig, all right? But I look at these numbers here. I like Josh Jacobs over. I like Zach Charbonnet's over. I'll take the longest rush for both of them as well. That's what I'm thinking here.
All right, let's flip it over to the receivers now because we've got some really good receivers. But, AB, because these quarterbacks like to really spread the ball around, you're not going to see a number like I cast on Jamar Chase. His number was 90. But you don't see that on these 2 teams. You see these. What do you like?
Coach, I look at like you guys going with receptions, and I love them for both of these dudes right here. I like Christian over 3.5. I like Jackson over 5.5. I like DK. I think his number's 4.5 receptions wise. Like I'm in on those. You saw the quarterback and their longest completions. It's like 37.5 and 35.5. I'd much rather go on the Seahawks side. Actually, I don't hate either side here. 22.5, both of them. Don't mind them. I play DK as well. Receiving yards, like overall, scare me a little bit. I like receptions and longest reception here.
Clearly, I'm on Christian Watson. It's one of my best bets. I just think tonight, I love his longest reception too, Z, because he's usually the guy that goes long. Last week, he had 4 catches over 100 yards. Usually when he catches one, he gets downfield. So I like his receiving yards. I also like his longest reception. What pops off to you, if anything, here, Z?
Yeah, I'm looking at Jackson Smith, the Jigba. I already told you I like him with an over in my same game parlay. So we're going to go over 64.5 yards with him as well. I like over 5.5 receptions. And you know what? If you want to get nuts, let's get nuts. I'll go anytime touchdown as well. Plus 195. I'm high on Jackson Smith and the Jigba tonight. Let's do it, guys.
It's a big game. The spotlight's on. Big-time games. You need to go to your big-time players. He's the number 1 guy in Seattle now. Just nobody knows it because nobody pays attention to them. Big Tommy, let me come over to you. I know you like DK tonight, but as we look at these 2 touchdowns, might be worth a sprinkle, honestly, for either guy. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it could be. I think it might happen, Coach, but I really like the receptions for both guys here, and I like anytime touchdown for both of these guys. Like you said, Nigba is his name? I'm sorry, I'm fucking that name up. Swoop, I didn't mean to swear. I'm so sorry about that. Everybody thinks DJ's the man, right? And this guy is like pulling it out like nobody's business. And I really like Watson, man. I think Jordan Love loves going to this guy over the receptions. I love it.
You can just call him a Cash. You don't say his last name. Just say Cash. AB, go.
All right.
Tommy, I got to say this. You'll have to go back and see it, but what you just did was so Howie Schwab-esque. It reminded me of Howie.
Really?
Dude, you let the expletive fly, and you go, I didn't mean to cuss. Dude, it was just perfect. And I say that positively. It just brought me back and made me smile. Well done.
Sorry.
God, I miss him.
No,
man.
it was great. I'm telling you, it's a happy thing. It's a good thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Coach, I don't care what you call him. It's an F day. Today's an F day, Dan. Oh, my God. He was the best. Oh, Howard Schwab.
He was good.
God rest your soul. All right, gentlemen, you guys know we don't just sit here and waste your time. We get in and we get the hell out because some of our guys have to get changed to go spend a Sunday night in the club without a few of us. So it is that time of the show. You know what we probably should do, AB, because our live number is, first of all, it's awesome. Second of all, it's a lot higher than it was at 7 p.m. Eastern. Should we just really quick rip through our plays so everybody has them that came in later, around 20 or 30 after? I think so, too. All right, let's go to the straight plays first. AB, start us off.
Yep, we're going to go Packers Seahawks over 3.5 field goals plus 110. That means both teams. We just have to get to 4 field goals in the game. Doesn't matter how we get there. And then Josh Jacobs, anytime touchdown, paired with Packers team total over 20.5, minus 110.
Big Tommy, talk to me.
I love the Seahawks plus 2.5, minus 110. I think the 12th man is there. It's going to be a little shootout for Geno Smith, and they're going to put some serious points up tonight.
And I agree. I think it goes to the over. Don't listen to Z. What are you talking about? 47.5. Let's cash it big time. Z, you're up.
Yeah, that's a little bit too rich for my blood. All right. So I'm going – now you look at it and say, Zaslow, how did you get over 40? I'm a big manipulator. I like to manipulate the line. So I bring it down to 40. We're going over 40. Packers money line. That's plus 120. That's a check mark. Put it up right there.
Now let's go over to our props for tonight. And we've got several of them. You don't have to play all of them. Play what you like. AB?
Geno Smith throwing a pick tonight. 1+ interception, minus 115. And also Jordan Love over 2.5 rush attempts at minus 110.
Z?
Yeah, so we're going Sunday Night Football, same game parlay. Jackson Smith in a jig bus, 60+ receiving. Josh Jacobs and Zach Charbonnet, each lead running back for Seattle and Green Bay, 50+ rushing yards. I'm getting plus 200 on that, guys.
I love it, man. Big Tommy.
I love Metcalf getting 70+ reception yards at plus 125. I think now that Cash is the number one guy, Metcalf can have a sneaky good game tonight. And I love Watson over 3.5 receptions at plus 140. That is a layup for Jordan Love here tonight.
You're damn right. Plus, he's going to go over 45.5 receiving yards. And Jackson Smith and Nick Bell, he's going to go over 5.5 catches tonight because I think Geno, listen to AB, is going to throw a lot tonight, and this will be his number one target tonight. Now, we have one order of business to handle before we get the hell out of Dodge. And do not forget, we will be live tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. It is Monday Mishaps, and there's been a lot of mishaps going on. You don't want to miss tomorrow morning's show. That's for damn sure. But I see a lot of you in the chat. Dan, I see what you just wrote. No, I am not stalling to do the gym. I'm ready. I am ready. Japan says coach's best bet is to try to get into the club next year. Okay. All right, AB, you're the OG. You've got 2 diamonds. We respectfully play this game. So you, sir, get to go first.
Thank you, Coach. And I'll tell you this. We've got 1 tonight, and we've got 2 tomorrow. So there could be 3 diamonds. I know, right? So let's go. Don't ever give up on it. Can make a big run real quick. Here, look. I don't know how Christian Watson was available, but I'm taking him at plus 1,100. I am not going to overthink this. This is going to be like old school classroom when a teacher had a chalkboard. Kids, there used to be chalkboards, and you had to write on them. They had erasers. You pound them against each other. Bunch of chalk. That's what my pick is. Watson, let's go.
And shout out to Robert. I love you guys. By the way, real quick, because we love being a part of the crew, do we not? We have fun. Like, we're just growing. It's only year 1. We don't need a crew member bringing us down, do we? DG's in the chat, and he says this whole gym thing is getting kind of sad at this point. For who? It is not sad at all, nor is it boring, nor is it getting old. Big Tommy.
Yes,
you
sir.
had to get your first diamond on a night when I was hosting and raising $1.9 million at Trump National last Sunday night. But far be it for me to call out the podcast you were on where you raked me over the coals because of it. Don't think I didn't see that, big boy. Now, since you have a diamond, you get to go next. Who do you like tonight?
Coach, I got a bench waiting for you at the club. I love me some DK Metcalf at plus 1,100. He is the second man in command here tonight. They're looking at cash, and guess who's going to score, Coach? Metcalf, and going to put another gem on top of my name. I'm waiting for you in the club with AB.
Oh, my God. Brian says, Coach, I'll send you pictures. Shut it, Brian. I mean, shut it. All right, Z, I'm coming over to you. Talk to me.
All right, guys. I have not been in the club yet, as you could see by there not being a gem above my name. But we're going with Jordan Love. Yes, he only has one rushing touchdown on the season. I know that. But we're going Jordan Love plus 2,500 because when I decide to get into the club, it's not one of those deals where I'm just there and go, oh, hey, Zaslow, good to see you. It's no, Zaslow, I can't believe you're here. That's incredible. So that's why we go Jordan Love plus 2,500. I don't just walk. We're not coming in silently. We announce our presence with authority. So Jordan Love plus 2,500. That's how we're getting in the club tonight.
Oh, my God. I love you so much, Z. I love it. This is so much fun other than the fact that I can't pick anything right. But tonight, gentlemen, is going to be my damn night. I'm going with Jackson Smith Enigma. And this is the only way you get this guy over plus 1,000 is when you have two good teams. So tonight is my night. And I promise you, if he scores the first touchdown of the game, I will be insufferable tomorrow with a capital I. Insufferable, I say. All right. You guys know here on Prime Time when we don't have to time it out. We like to get final takes on what my guys are really going to be looking forward to. Maybe something they haven't said already. Z, final takes. Start us off.
Well, look, I'm excited for this game tonight because this entire afternoon slate, the late slate of games here on this week 15, tremendous playoff implications. Really incredible slate that's been, these games are ending right about now. So let's cap off the night with a game that also has huge playoff implications. I'm in for it.
All right. Cody, we're going to get to you in a second before we go off the air. Don't even worry about it. We got you covered. Big Tommy, go.
Real fun fact here tonight is the Seattle defense and their special teams have scored at least one touchdown in 3 of their last 5 home games. That's a big deal, folks. It's going to be a great game.
All right, AB, before I get your final take, Cody's got a parlay. It's 11 legs. He's hit the first 9, $5 to win $4.55. And he's got the Packers on the money line and the Vikings on the money line tomorrow against the Bears. What is our advice for Mr. Cody? Should he hedge or should he let it ride?
Yeah, good. Okay, type in real quick. What's the cash out option? Did we say that?
Oh, don't know that. Yeah, Cody, do you have a cash out option?
Yeah, type that in, and I'll explain why. Because if it's good enough, what you could do is cash that thing out, okay, and then take a portion of the cash out and put it on a 2-leg parlay of both of those money lines, and then you can win either way. Hedge tonight only if you want. 455 is the cat.
No, that's the cat. No, if he wins, if he cashes, it's $4.55. $5 a win. That's not the cash out. Kevin's just saying what the parlay pays. That's not the cash out number.
So $5 to $455.
130. 130 is the cash out.
Man, it would be hard not. I'd cash it out. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I am not afraid to cash these things out, take the money, put a little bit on a 2-leg parlay there. Like, you could take I don't know what the odds would be on those, those 2 money lines, but I don't know. I'd cash it out. That's but letting it ride too. It's fun.
It is fun. Especially, and also, Cody, how I look at cash outs are how much did I bet? And you bet $5. Okay. So I would let it ride so you could have a better story. Because if you go, man, I hit 9 of 11 cashed out, that's not a great story. But if you had 11-leg parlay, because the Vikings are going to beat the Bears tomorrow. So it's really just about this game tonight. So I would let it ride if it were me. But it's up to you. So you do whatever you want. Gentlemen, as always, great freaking job. Tommy, you will not get another diamond. AB, you will not get another diamond. Z, if you get it, I will be very happy for you or myself. All right, we are back tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then tomorrow night, do not forget, we have 2 games. One starts at 8 o'clock. One starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll break down both games from 7 to 8. 2 Monday night games on this week. Hey, we'll take it all day long. So it's time for you to go out into the world, enjoy the game tonight, spend it with your family. Me and the kids, we're going to go a little sushi as I watch Jackson Smith Enigma score his first touchdown of the game. And understand this, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Sunday night football tickets straight to the pay window. For our entire crew, Lamar, my man from South Beach, Z, Big Tommy C, despite the fact that he's got a diamond. My man, AB, the 5-tool player. I am simply the coach trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about right here at DTL Prime Time Live. Good luck.